Have a look down here, would ya? G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here, and welcome to this month's city update. Well, it's finally happening. Some Lego is going into the city. So I've been building, and I'm not building tables, I'm not building levels, it's actual Lego going into the city. So I've been doing some modular placement, and I've been cutting up some base plates and starting to space them all out and get everything positioned. Well, you know what? Let's just bloody show you what I've been doing. Okay, so I've locked in the modulars for the top level. So this is the position I'm going to have all of these modulars. On the bottom row here, I'm pretty happy with how they are. May change them up, swap places back and forth a little bit. The firehouse, that will be going, and I'm probably going to put the bookstore in there. I think that will complement those other modulars much better. So I'll swap that one out once I get that one built. So with the base plates here that I've been cutting, so you can see the little strip along the front, so that's just going to help me make more of a pathway along the front of these buildings. So I've got that, I've actually just got that base plate just sitting there, but it's cut from here right along to here, right along to either side of the river. So here we can see this starting to, well, maybe we can just visualize it a little bit better now just by adding a bit of blue, I guess. So the waterfall will be coming down here into our river section right here. So I've got it spaced out on either side of the river there, and it continues right along down here, even a little gap in between those two modulars, and around to the end here. Now, it actually worked out really well by extending that level a little bit longer and coming out to here. I could fit another modular, and I think the restaurant there looks fantastic. And then I might even build out more of a restaurant area, some more tables overlooking the rest of the city and overlooking the tunnel. I think that would look pretty good. So what's going to happen here, you can see I've got some plates just there. If we come down this end, you can see I've got a couple more just on here as well. So when the mountain ridge builds up, those 6 wide plates are going to clip on the top of the mountain ridge, so it will overhang a little bit. I'll have a railing along there, I'll tile all that off, and we'll get a nice little walkway happening along the front of those modulars. Now I'm really keen for that to happen, but for me to do that, I need to get the mountain ridge built first. So I'm going to start on that. I'd like to get at least, I've got, what do we got here? That's two base plates, 3 base plates, 4 base plates there. So I'd like to get at least 4 base plates done up to here. And then that way, that gives me a little bit of room to sort of play with here by the time I build the waterfall, and then I sort of mold that into this mountain ridge. So give me a little bit of space to work there. So that is the plan. I might just try and get that mountain ridge done and try and get that pathway all finished and the railing and everything. I've got a pretty cool idea for the railing, so I'm keen to share that with you guys. So I might try and just get a little bit done so we can have a look what that looks like. But before I get too carried away, I'm really keen to get onto the mountain ridge. But before I lock that in too much, what I do need to do is remove all of this here and actually get in behind and start laying the train track. So you can see I've got everything spaced out here now. So we've got 1 base plate wide where the modulars are. I've got a 2nd base plate. I've got half a base plate and another 4 base plates. So basically this bottom section is 3.5 base plates deep. So what I'm probably going to do is just line this whole thing with base plates just to help me lock everything in so I can start getting the train track down. I'm probably not going to worry about doing anything too fancy with the train track. I just want to get it into place. I've got to definitely get it locked in along the back put some base plates down and get it all locked in so it can't move. I'm not sure how I'm going to actually secure it. Yeah, what trains are like, they tend to move a little bit and move the track, so I'm going to have to work something out to help lock that down. I don't want anything happening in behind there once I've got everything complete, because if a train goes off back there, it's going to be a pain in the butt for me to get in there and fix it up and get it back out. So the train here, this is just to give some idea, but the train track isn't going to run right to the edge like I had it in my old city. It's going to be centered into this tunnel, so I can actually have a full tunnel. I think that's going to look really good with the train coming out. We're going to have a nice high opening to the tunnel so we can look down there. Now the other thing I'm concerned about, and I talked about in the last video about that, I said I would have liked to run the black material right along the back, and I said that was probably being a bit pedantic, but I actually think I need to do that. And not only, maybe it's not so important at the back, but I need to run the black material along the front here, because what I'm concerned about now is when the mountain ridge goes in, the mountain ridge is only 1 brick deep. You know, it's built out of slopes and, you know, yada yada, but it's really only 1 brick deep, so there's going to be some gappage in there. So when the train's running down here at night with the lights on, you're going to see the light through the mountain ridge, and I don't want that at all. So when I remove these modulars here, I'm going to run some black material along there, and that's just going to black it right out. And I figure while I'm at it, I know it's a pain because I've got all this lined up, I'm going to remove some of these modulars. I'm going to get in, I'm going to put the black material along the back as well, and just completely shield that off. And that's going to be nice and dark then when that train comes rolling on down the track with the lights on. We'll be able to look here, see the train coming with the lights. That's going to look fantastic. Whew. So, never talked so much in my life. So here we go with this side of the river. Now I've put Dub's Diner here. My wife loves that. And when I put it there, I wasn't too keen on it, and she saw it and went, oh, I love having that there, that's awesome. So I've kind of worked myself into a corner with that one. My thought was gardens, some boardwalk, some fishing, a little wharf, a little jetty to fish off. I was actually even thinking maybe on this side putting the fishing shack, the fishing store, fishing, whatever the hell it's called, you know, the one, putting that little shack in there and having a little wharf, a little jetty coming off with people fishing, and that, I think that'd be pretty cool. So I'm not sure about that. We'll see if I can come up with something really cool and wow the missus. I might get her to forget about having Dub's Diner there. What do you reckon about that? So we've got some other modules here. Look, I'm really not sure on this side. My focus is here. My focus is getting this side locked in, come down, get this waterfall looking fantastic, start building the mountain ridge onto here. I'll probably just build a full mountain ridge, cover that whole thing, and then later on I can worry about how this side's going to come together, because a lot of work's got to get put into that, so I'm not too concerned with that at all. Now if we come down here, let's just have a little look here. I've been doing a bit of cleaning and that, getting stuff out of the tubs. I've still got so much of the city packed away in tubs, but I have been cracking through it and pulling out pieces like this where I think I'm going to need those parts. I'm going to need all those light blue tiles. I'm going to need the blue and dark blue plates underneath that lagoon area. So I've got to start pulling that apart, getting those pieces out. Have a look down here, would ya? Look at the train track. Holy moly, that is some serious train track right there. So I've got heaps of straight track right here. Now I'm not using any of that flex track. I hate that stuff, it's garbage, so I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be using all straight track, and I've got enough there. I had basically all straight track around 3 tables in the old city, so I've certainly got enough to go around these 2 tables here with all straight track. So right now I'm going to get in to building some mountain ridge. We're going to come back and we're going to have a look at that. Let's see how much I can get in there. It takes a while to build that mountain ridge with that style I'm doing, so I'm going to get in, we'll get some done, I'll come back and show that off. before it'll all have to be pulled down, and then I can start focusing on the train track. But let's have a look at some mountain ridge. There we go, we've got some mountain ridge in the city. I'm so grateful for you guys sticking by me through all these city updates. It's taken a while to get to this point, so I'm very happy to be able to start sharing some more progress with you. And here we go with my mountain ridge. Now, viewers for my previous city, they know about my style of mountain ridge here, my style of mountain building. But for any new folks, the mountains around me are all green. They're all covered in trees. They're not grey, they're not rocky, they're green, big trees, and that's what I wanted to highlight here, where we've got a lot of greenage. There's moss, there's little bushes, there's tree. I want to have trees growing out of them like I did in my old one, but in this section we're just gonna have it like this. Now if I stand back here, this is where it really sort of starts to blend in. I mean, that just looks cool, doesn't it? I love the look of that. So I've only got 3 sections done, 3 base plates long. Like I said, I wanted to do 4. It takes so long to build this. That's the only problem with it, because unlike a dark bluish grey mountain ridge where you're using half a dozen types of slopes, and even though you're building it in a random way, you basically can get to a pattern and speed things up a little bit. You know, a random pattern, I guess. But with this, I'm using so many pieces. There's slopes, there's bricks, there's plates, there's tree pieces, there's studs, there's bricks with studs on the side, there's tree roots. There's so many different parts, and a lot of the time, you know, I'm sort of hands waving around the table, what piece next, what piece next, and so it just takes so long to build just one plate's worth, one base plate wide, and building it 20 bricks high just takes a bit of time. So I'm going to focus now trying to get the 4th section done. Like I said before, all these modulars all gets ripped out. I can line it with material and I can start on the train track. Well, I need to do the train track before I line it with material. So whew, lots to be done. So I think we're going to have to leave it here for this month. So tell me what you think. So next month we're going to look at probably starting to try and get the train track into place. I mean, how ultimate would it be? Or how cool, how awesome, whatever, would it be to get the train track in and actually have a train running around it? I don't know if I can pull it off. Mini Dub's at me, when are we running the trains, Dad? So I've really got to pull my finger out there and get something happening. As for a bridge here, I'll probably just put a piece of timber in for now, just across there, just so I can put the train track across, because it's going to take a while to actually build a complete bridge on there. So yeah, whew, man, so much to do. And the design of the train track, I haven't set on what I'm doing now. I'm probably going to raise it a little bit, so if I get it in, I have to at least have it raised up, and then I can work out how I'm going to tile it and finish it off later on. But yeah, I've just got to work out exactly what I'm doing, get the base plates in, get the track down, and then we can go from there, can't we? Man, I know, can you tell I'm bloody excited? How awesome is this? And oh, it's just so good looking at a city again and looking at something different. I looked at the same old city for so long, and to see something new is just very exciting. So let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to let you guys do the talking. So please let me know what you think down in the comments. Any suggestions, any ideas, don't be shy. Let me know. Belt it down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That would be awesome. And share it around to all your Lego friends. Why not? That would be cool too. And check down in the description. I've got links there. Amazon link. I've got my Instagram link, so check all that out. And yeah, I think that's about it. Did I say subscribe? Because if you're not, don't hit that subscribe button. You're not going to see more awesome city action coming very soon. So big thank you for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.